Hello all, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a love coming spread for all of my fellow Virgos out there for the week of February 2nd into the 8th. So let's get after it. Okay. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. 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 Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards that I need to see. What kind of energy is coming towards my Virgos during the week of February 2nd until the 8th? What kind of energy is coming towards my Virgos during the week of February 2nd to the 8th? Ooh. So we got a younger fire sign that wanted to just fly out there. So we're definitely going to take that. Okay, so here we go. All right, so as I stated earlier, Page of Wands, younger fire sign individual. This is an individual that has a lot of exploratory energy, as you saw. And also, this is an individual that really is into trying new things. And trying things, not only just trying new things, but trying old things in a different way. So this is a very creative innovative individual as well here. Okay. Again, younger fire sign individual, an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. Okay. Now this individual, again, wants to pursue a very meaningful, long-lasting relationship with you, also possibly children in the future. So this is this person is most likely to be like an like some type of like an inventor. You know, they invent things. Okay, so they're like they invent things. They try old things. New ways. Like I said, so it's a very creative energy that this person has around them. Okay, and they're very committed and loyal, and they're very much looking forward to having a long-term and lasting relationship. Whereas though that that like really that energy, they want to push that energy until their children, and it, you know, they really want to start a legacy of. I'm getting the feeling that this person is really into trying new things, and they really want to make that a hallmark, if you will, a centerpiece of their relationship with you, and also have that extended to the family. So that there's that. Also, there is a water sign individual here. Okay, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. This person is a very generous individual, generous with their time, generous with their advice. And they're also very courteous as well. Now, I'm getting the sense that this person is a little bit older, okay? This is a person that's a little bit older than you are, all right? And this is a person that you possibly work with. If you work with this individual, this is probably a supervisor, someone someone in the position above you, okay? Now, if this is a school situation, you know, this could quite possibly be um, well, okay. Provided you're of age, let's just put that out there. Provided you're of age, okay, over the age of 18. This is quite could be possibly a professor or something like that that you have a class with. So this is someone that does have a position over you. You know, and even if you're, you could be, you know, so it's that sort of thing. You know, a freshman, this person is a senior. If you work with this individual, a supervisor, if you're a college, this person is your professor or something like that. So this person definitely has an authoritative position over you. I'm really feeling that. Now, with that being the case here, there is a sense of that this person does have a bit of a sense of fear. Okay, and the reason I have a sense of fear is because of the perceived inappropriateness of this of the pursuit of this relationship. So as far as the work situation goes, if there's a supervisory position, that could be frowned upon. As far as giving you favorable treatment and advances and things of that nature. Same thing with a professor. If you're in this person's class, and you know, it can be frowned upon as far as grades and things of that nature go. So that may be something that you may want to watch out for, to make sure that you try to keep at least that type of aspect of your relationship as professional as possible. All right. Also here, there's this aspect here of the Seven of Cups here. So there's a lot of choices that this individual seemingly has. So I want to get a little bit of clarification on that, if you will. Let me get some clarification on this particular situation. Give me some clarification on the Seven of Cups. Why is the Seven of Cups here? Because let me see here. Because I'm getting the sense here that this is not the first time that they have explored. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we have the Death card here, okay, along with the Seven of Cups here. There's a lot of choices that this individual has had, okay, pursuing relationships, but they want to start something fresh and new with you, which says actually what I'm getting from this is that you're not the first person that they've actually had this type of relationship with. This type of relationship with, where they were over somebody like a supervisor, assistant professor, etc., etc. So but this by no means is like a rebound type of situation. They're looking to start something fresh and new with you, something new. Okay, now with that being said, there is a bit of regret that they do have, crying over spilled milk, looking back in the past. So like I said, this is not the first time that they have endeavored in something like this, okay? And there is a certain amount of regret from a previous relationship that they had over someone that they were a supervisor, or they were over a professor, or something like that, okay? But with that being said, there's not the sense that this is a rebound situation by any stretch of the imagination. Now, with that being said, things, however, Hangman have begun to kind of slow down just a tad bit. Almost, maybe a little bit more than a tad bit, okay? Because there has been that concern, as I said, with the Nine of Wands, of being discovered, of things being looked at as being inappropriate. However, even though that may be the case, the Wheel of Fortune is beginning to move in their favor, which means that either they're being overall just paranoid about exactly what people are able to see. It just may be something that they're perceiving. And in reality, people aren't really noticing the difference in their behavior towards you, favorable one way or the other, and or they're not the only one that's maybe engaged in a non-professional situation at the place that they work. There may be someone higher than they are that's also engaged in the same behavior, and maybe the spotlight's been taken off of that and been put on that other situation. So, in either way, it's beginning to move in their favor towards a favorable outcome for you guys. So, with that being said, let's see what kind of strengths are my Virgos dealing? What kind of strengths are my Virgos dealing with? What kind of strengths are my Virgos dealing with here? What kind of strengths are my Virgos dealing with? What kind of strengths are my Virgos dealing with here? Okay, here we go. Okay, so we have the Chariot card. Again, these are all your strengths. We have the Chariot card here, okay? And so that tells me that you have taken charge of your personal relationships to kind of move them in the direction where you want them to go. So you're not afraid to assert yourself, mind over matter, if you will, and kind to and take a charge and pull things in a direction that are more favorable, have a more favorable outcome to what your desires are. Also, we have the Queen of Wands here, which tells me that you have the ability to a draw in. You have warm, vibrating energy. You give it out, but you also have the ability to draw it in as well. Now, what's interesting here, we got the Tower card here. This is seen as a strength. So, what this tells me is that there has been some time in the recent past, okay, there was a Tower moment, okay, a Tower moment that happened here, and it kind of stayed with you, okay. It kind of stayed with you, and it was a learning experience, and you grew from it. And so again, that's being seen as a strength. Now that also, we have the Three of Pentacles, which says to me that you are not afraid to pursue relationships at your place of work. Okay, you're not afraid to pursue those relationships, and it also, again, another strength is you're pretty favorable to it. The wheel of fortune is moving in your favor. As I said, circumstances are beginning to change, whereas though it's not really being frowned upon again, because for something is either being deflected, or it's not that much of a big deal as maybe as you guys are perceiving it to be. And you're open to that. Okay, you're very open to that situation. Now, again, this is being seen as a strength. So you got the Nine of Wands. There's a bit of concern that you have as well about being discovered and things of that nature. But this is seen as a strength. So in this regard, that makes you, observant. So you two are, just like they are, you two are looking out, trying, making sure that, no one is saying how inappropriate this type of contact is, and et cetera, et cetera. So, you're aware of your surroundings as well. Also, you're looking towards the future, looking at the long term, the big picture. Okay, you're not thinking about something short term, you're thinking about the long term. Okay. Also, you're looking for someone that is generous, that is courteous. You also want to be generous and courteous as well to that individual. Also, finally here, again, truth. This element of truth, a revelation of truth being revealed here. You don't want there to be any kind of secrets or anything like that. You're looking for someone that's pretty much transparent. Okay, so with that being said, let's see what types of things from your past could possibly affect the outcome of this situation. What types of things from your past could possibly affect the outcome of this situation? What types of things from your past could possibly affect the outcome of this situation? What types of things from your past could possibly affect the outcome of this situation? Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards that I need to see. Okay, here we go. Okay, so before you were not willing to take a leap of faith, okay? Now you are. You're willing to take a leap of faith towards something that you think is going to be beneficial to you in your relationship. You're willing to take that leap of faith, looking to try something different. Again, you have two very different perspectives here. You have a younger individual here that is a fire sign, exploratory, new energy. Also, on it, polar opposites, and then you have a older water sign individual that happens to be in a supervisory position. So one person's younger than you, the other person's older than you. So you're willing to take that leap of faith, and wherever that takes you, you're willing to follow. In other words, okay. Also, as your guide, you have your intuition. Okay, as I said before, quite possibly using your intuition was something that you really it's more of an existential type of thing. Now it's more internal, okay? And you use it to kind of be your barometer of how things are, which way the wind is blowing, so to speak. Also, finally, you have the Eight of Pentacles. You're willing to put the work into a relationship, if need be, okay? You're willing to work on it. You won't walk away from it. You'll work on it if it's something worth pursuing. So, with that being said, Let's see what additional information the Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down. What additional information the Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information the Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down? Okay, here we go. Wow. So, efficiency. Use your time wisely. Be efficient with your time. So, in other words, in the pursuit of these relationships, be efficient. It shouldn't take all day to really come to the realization if this is the right fit, if that's the right fit. Just be efficient with your time and how you allocate your time. In any given situation, but especially in this situation. Also, you are ready, but you're waiting. So you're ready to be in a committed relationship. You're just kind of waiting to see which one of these situations is going to be more of the ideal fit. The younger fire sign individual or the older water sign individual, okay? Also, we have space. Space in this regard, and in terms of this relationship, because I don't get this card too often, okay? In terms of this relationship, it's basically saying that that the universe basically is on your side. Whatever you choose to do, whatever you choose to do, both of these are pretty good choices here. And in addition to the universe being on your side here, there's this aspect of, from the flip side of that, there's also this aspect of actual physical space, which means that there may be, and because we had a lot of positive cards popping up here about, as far as being kind of cautious about the relationships that you have with your superior, your boss, your professor, whatever. Space. Spirit's trying to say, don't worry about it. There doesn't need to be any distance. There doesn't need to be any space there that needs to be had. Things are okay. You're being paranoid. Just because you're being paranoid doesn't mean people aren't watching you. Okay? But there doesn't need to be any space. There doesn't need to be any distance between you and the other individual. Also, in terms of this reading, also the universe is on your side. So as long as your intentions are pure, you're not trying to use anyone, then you should be fine. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down now. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay? This is a general love reading. If it did not resonate with you, that's fine. The link will be below. Get a personal reading. If it did resonate with you, you want to know a little bit more, again, subscribe so you can get your personal reading. My name is Adonis. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Bye-bye.